Hey, what is up guys, your boy Izukage here with part 5 of What If Deku Was Black. Let's begin. Deku had just woken up feeling good from last night's dinner, began getting ready for school. After he finished, he went over to Jiro's house so that both of them could walk to school together. In class, Aizawa mentioned the sports festival and that they will be competing against students from the hero course to get scouted by pro heroes for an internship. The class began preparing for the upcoming competition 2 days away. Deku and Jiro had been training together at their new house, which had a gym and an outdoor training ground. Momo saw the two training from across the street, decided to come over. She knocked on the door, waited for a minute with no response. She went to the backyard to see the two training and called their name. Deku and Jiro finally noticed her and let her in. So, you guys are training for the sports festival? Yeah, me and Jiro have some stuff we wanted to work on. Oh, that's good. Well, I wanted to see if I could join you. Since, you have so much space, maybe you could fit one more? She said as she grabbed Deku's hand, interlocking their fingers. Jiro saw this and was visibly ticked off but didn't want to create a scene. She grabbed Deku's hand and dragged him to the kitchen out of earshot from Momo. Don't you see what she's trying to do? I mean, she only wants to train with us, what's wrong with that? Jiro began getting angry, but with a heavy sigh, she said, Alright, I'm watching her, though. Okay, but I don't see, there's nothing to worry about, we're all friends here. He then gave Jiro a kiss on the forehead and went to Momo, and the three trained until night. Deku was seeing Momo off, and as she was walking through the door, she turned around and gave Deku a quick hug when Jiro wasn't looking, or so she thought. After leaving, Deku shut the door and turned around to a mad Jiro. What the hell was that? Deku grabbed Jiro's hands and said, She was just telling me thanks. People hug all the time. Let's just have dinner and head to bed. Jiro got calmer as the night grew darker and they went to bed together. Day 2 of training went similar, with Deku trying to keep his distance from Momo so Jiro wouldn't get suspicious. Their training increased Deku's output of One For All to 20% and could use it for extended uses. Jiro could create higher and lower frequency sounds, and Momo trained her body to have more endurance. When they went back to school, it was like a festival with food stalls and game booths everywhere. Deku had to take the back entrance into UA or else he would be swarmed by fans. He changed into his hero gear, which was his casual Nike fit. He then went to the stadium where Class 1A, Class 1B, the support, and general studies were lined up. Midnight announced that they will be having an obstacle race, a cavalry battle, and 1v1 brackets tournament. Deku was called onto the stage and asked to give a speech. He gave the most heartfelt speech, telling everyone to do their best. People started crying in the stands. Psych? He was on that Bakugo energy. He just said, I'm gonna win and there's nothing you can do about it. Most of the classes got mad at him, but he didn't care. The crowd was getting extra loud cheering because, he's a Lil Oife in the flesh. Most people haven't even seen him use his powers, so they were really excited. As the race started, Todoroki froze the ground, trapping his classmates, but Deku knew better and jumped. He turned around and using the wind pressure from a One For All smash to propel himself forward next to Todoroki. Todoroki saw this and tried to block Deku with a wall of ice, but Deku just broke right through it. Using full cowling, he dashed past the 0-point robots, jumping over the tightrope section and easily maneuvering through the minefields. Deku got first in the race, with Todoroki and Bakugo coming second and third. Deku had the 1 million point headband and many people were gunning for him, but they knew how strong he was. So he had many offers to be on a team, but he decided to go at it alone, which Midnight approved of. The whole time, Deku had been dodging attempts at snatching his headband by moving across the stage with 20% full cowling. This went on for most of the match, but in the last 5 minutes, Todoroki and Bakugo decided to work together to catch Deku off guard. Todoroki used a huge wall of ice to corner Deku in, and Bakugo used his max explosion possible with just his palms to blow up the whole area. As the smoke dispersed, Bakugo got a kick to the face, almost knocking him off his teammates. Todoroki was about to send another barrage of ice towards Deku, but the time ran out. With Deku still having his headband, he came first in the cavalry battle. During their 1-hour break, Deku was having lunch with Jiro and Momo when Todoroki slammed his hand on the desk, declaring that he will win the festival. Deku just laughed and said, "Not with only half your power." Todoroki scoffed and walked off. After the lunch, the brackets were announced and the first match would be Deku versus Shinso. Ojiro, or the dude with the tail, told Deku about Shinso's quirk, so at the start of the match, Shinso was asking Deku a bunch of questions to try to get him to talk, so he could mind control him. But Deku just wasn't saying a single word, until he said, "Oh, it seems you know about my quirk. Well, you still won't win. When I do, I'll take those 2 little fishes you were eating with out to dinner." Deku, hearing this, just got angry and started yelling, Before he could finish, he got caught in Shinso's quirk. "Ha, you're so easily tricked. Guess the strong really are dumb. Now walk off the stage." Deku turned around and began walking, and as he approached the edge of the arena, he saw the past users of One For All who activated his quirk, knocking him out of the mind control. Realizing he was free, Shinso started sweating, and Deku was just seeing red. He was that mad. He pulled out a rifle and started shooting at Shinso's legs. Unable to walk, Deku won the match. Some people were turned off by seeing a kid get shot, but they realized he kinda deserved it for talking about the girls like that. The other matches go the same, including Deku versus Todoroki, but since Deku had more control over One For All, in the final attack, instead of getting knocked out of the ring, Deku just used full counting to jump in the air, dodging the attack, and came down with a 50% smash right in front of Todoroki's face. But he stopped before hitting him so that, he wouldn't kill him. But the wind pressure from the attack knocked him back right out of the ring. Also, Uraraka versus Bakugo, that didn't really happen. It was Jiro versus Bakugo. She would put up a good fight, but honestly, she would get treated like Uraraka did. Because of Bakugo's raw strength, he would win the match. Deku, now having a reason to put Bakugo in his place, headed into the arena. The match started with Bakugo letting off huge explosions and just a barrage of explosions towards Deku, but he started hearing the same music as the last time he fought Deku. This sent chills down his spine. Deku began transforming into his Street Fighter form and began playing around with Bakugo, like punching him in the side, and when Bakugo turned to punch him back, he was already on the other side punching him again. When he got bored, he just full force punched Bakugo out of the ring, shattering his ribcage, knocking him out. The crowd was surprised at how strong he was and began cheering. At the medal ceremony, Deku got first, Tokoyami got third, and Bakugo, who was still in the infirmary, couldn't receive his medal, but he did get second place. The next day in class, Aizawa announced how many internships people got. Todoroki got the most since he is the number 2 hero's son, and most pro heroes want him at their agency. And Deku was a close second since he won the festival, but he kinda shot someone, so not a lot of pro heroes wanted him, but still a lot. After school, Deku and Jiro went out to celebrate their next steps on becoming pro heroes. If you guys liked the video, like. If you didn't, dislike, and leave me some feedback in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.